So this morning, the US markets received amazing economic news coming from the labor sector, but the Wall Street indexes didn't react as positively as we'd imagine. It was reported the number of jobs created back in July almost doubled expectations, and that actually made investors a bit less confident, putting the markets in the red. In this episode, we'll be covering everything you need to know about July's job report. We'll be talking about why the markets aren't really moving the way we would expect. We'll be covering all the latest news coming from China. We'll be talking about some additional news regarding some of the top exchanges and some updates regarding the Solana hack. Happy Friday. Believe it or not, yesterday in the DMV, the Maryland area, we just got like crazy lightning. People are getting struck by lightning like left and right yesterday. Kind of normal within bear markets, I guess. People are just getting shocked. Let's get into this video. All right, so the global crypto market cap for today is sitting at $1.09 trillion, or about a 1.8% increase over the last day. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and most of the top altcoins are holding similar price action that we saw in yesterday's update. Bitcoin is trading above the $23,000 price level, and late last night, Bitcoin did contract. It did retest the $22,500 level once again, as we called out earlier this week, and the price was able to hold and confirm that level as support. On the 4-hour charts, the RSI is sitting at a neutral level and Bitcoin is back above all the relevant EMAs. On the weekly chart, Bitcoin is still down 1% in this weekly candle, but has a couple days to trade higher and to close out another potentially green candle. So currently at this time, we are still above that critical support level of the 200 moving average, and hopefully throughout this weekend, we're able to at least hold these levels, hold the support level, and then start August with a bit more momentum. As mentioned earlier, the S&P 500 is down about 0.25%. The NASDAQ ticked up 0.3%, and the Dow Jones is up slightly right now, just slightly at 1%. Now, going back into the hunk of the chunk of this video, what did that mean? I don't even know. It means hiring in July was far better than expected. So we had all these firings. We saw a lot of these companies laying people off. It looks like those people got laid off. We're able to find another job pretty quick. Now, this comes from July's job report, where non-farm payrolls rose 528,000 for the month, and the unemployment rate was 3.5%, easily topping the Dow Jones estimate of 258,000, or 3.6%. Now, the July gains were the best since February and well ahead of the 388,000 average job gain over the past 4 months. This, of course, here is great news for the economy, but the reason why the S&P 500 still opened up in the red is because of this. We've seen it happen before. We're seeing it now, where investors are able to price into the market something that may take place, and this is going to be another 0.75 percentage point hike for the next FOMC meeting, which would be the third straight increase of that magnitude. The reason we would see another rate hike is just because the strong job report now gives the federal government more confidence that it can tighten monetary policy without leading to a whole widespread rise in unemployment. Previously, when Powell was asked about his concerns on sending the economy into a recession with these large rate hikes, he always falls back on the fact that we have a strong labor market, and for that reason, we wouldn't be in a recession. Now, I've said this before, but I need to mention again, a rise in unemployment typically comes later in the recession cycle and not early. I'm a strong believer that the labor market will begin to cool down once the effects of inflation, rising interest rates, and a declining GDP continue to take tolls on the American business. It really is hard to imagine high labor demand when consumers are spending less money every single month and businesses are happening to make less profits. Right now, I'm telling you, on the YouTube end, we're seeing cutbacks right now with a lot of these companies. A lot of marketing budgets are going down. Before, during the bull market, I was getting sponsorship opportunities left and right. We don't really see a lot of that outbound email happening, at least on my end. And even on the restaurant end, I own one in Rockville, Maryland as a co-investor. And even with that, we're seeing a lot of the numbers coming back down. A lot of my friends own restaurants. They're all reporting the same thing. We're seeing less and less spending, and this is at least happening within my own area. Now, regardless of whatever gets reported by the feds, I think it's clear to say the recession is here. We are going through turbulent times. There's too much stimulus getting printed, and my non-financial advice still remains the same. Continue to dollar cost average into the markets. Continue to educate yourself on how to create generational wealth, how to start a business, how to create a side hustle, and how to continue creating job security for whatever primary source of income that you have. The most important one, do your own diligence, form your own opinions, and don't let anyone like me, like a YouTuber or someone on CNN or TV, don't let them be your opinion. make sure you're able to form your own, do a lot of research, and throughout these times, you'll come out much smarter and you'll come out hopefully a lot more wealthy. Now, another story that also might be affecting today's trading is the recent retaliations coming from China in response to Nancy Pelosi's Taiwan visit. So this here is a whole shebang going on basically this morning. So this morning, China declared it was stopping all communication with the US on major issues. So this includes climate cooperation, military defense discussions, and the cooperation on investing international crime, specifically on the use case of fighting illegal drugs. According to some reports now from Japan, Beijing has started military drills surrounding all of Taiwan and even shot missiles directly over the island. So what's going on now is Tokyo is ringing up China. They pretty much told them, hey, y'all need to chill out, stop with these drills. And they quote, China's actions this time around have a serious impact on the peace and stability of our region and this entire international community. That's coming from the Japanese Prime Minister himself. And right now it seems like all these global tensions are also contributing to more overall FUD happening within the market. Only time will tell what's going to happen, but I do see a possibility of China trying to, enter a bit of beef with Taiwan, and I don't know how the US is going to respond. We're going through some unprecedented times, and anytime we get uncertainty happening within global economy markets, we're talking about China, we're talking about some of the other larger Asian markets. Usually the stock market, crypto, it doesn't respond well. We've always had talks of war. I don't know if this time it's going to be any more different, but I will say, please keep your eyes out on this just because this may have a larger impact than what we saw with at least what's currently going on with Russia and Ukraine. Now, to continue today's update, just a little bit of news. We got some word on the Solana hack, where over 48 hours later, since Solana-based wallet hacks were trying to figure out exactly where their money went. Right now, there's a theory that somehow an attacker was able to get into these logs within the blockchain and was able to use this to compromise other users. Now, it's worth noting that this is still an ongoing investigation. And right now, no matter what theory we get, it isn't clear exactly how the Solana hack happened, but they're still trying to solve it. Now, make sure if you guys were using any type of Solana-based wallet, you check that amount to see if it's there. And if you guys happen to be in another country, say Australia, UK, or even Canada, and you were affected by these hacks, make sure you reach out to a tax professional, because there's a possibility that if you did lose money from a hack, you're able to get it written off your taxes for that country. I wish the US did something like that, because there's a lot of hacks going on with the crypto industry, but I do know the US loves their money. Even the recent lottery winner, right now the story that's going along is just how the IRS won the lottery, because whoever won it, eventually they would have to pay an enormous amount of taxes to the government either way. Taxes is something I think we can all agree upon really does suck. And hopefully, at least within the US, within the world, we're able to see a bit better leniency within taxes, especially because we're about to go through a recession. If not, arguably, we are in right now, regardless of whether or not the government may agree. Now, on top of that, the US bankruptcy court in New York has finally given Voyager Digital an approval to return $270 million to their affected customers. Now, the $270 million is being returned as the cash that was held at the MCB Bank, also known as the Metropolitan Commercial Bank. And unfortunately, none of the digital assets held in Voyager will be given back. Now, according to Cointelegraph, it's reported that they owe about $10 billion from 100,000 creditors. Now, right now, it's safe to say they're just trying to reimburse whatever funds that they're able to get access to some of their users to maybe, make it a little bit of a easier publicity stunt to cool down the media, but they still owe a lot of money. It is crazy just how Voyager melted down so quick. And even at this time, I'm not sure if I would be able to bank on them for us to get our money back if you had any stake with that exchange. Some dookie news aside, we got better ones ahead. Binance recently announced a partnership with Mastercard to launch a prepaid cryptocurrency card in Argentina. So for those who don't know, Argentina citizens have massively adopted cryptocurrency because their economy went through hyperinflation. And while the US is going through some pretty decent inflation right now, Argentina's inflation rate is well above 60% and has been incredibly high for many years now. So this card here is going to allow users to purchase and pay bills in more than 90 million merchants through Mastercard's network. Now, the reason why people would use the Binance card is that in Argentina, you'll be able to receive up to 8% cash back in BNB, which is literally the same as getting 8% cash back just on USD, because BNB is a stable coin native to their platform, and there are also no fees fees for ATM withdrawals, alongside just a few other benefits. Now, I think it's super cool to see just how global crypto is. Just because you may be living in the US or the UK or Canada and you may not be personally affected by high inflation, like crazy high inflation. I'm sure all of us are affected by inflation, but I'm talking about like 60% crazy high inflation. There are other countries that have it worse. And for us to see crypto really being democratized for every single nation out here, especially the ones in need, I think is truly a sight to see. Now, that is going to be today's update. And on the topic of Binance, if you guys are looking to sign up with them too, by the way, don't forget to check out the link down below in the description. So Binance is the largest cryptocurrency trading platform in the world that is designed for intermediate to advanced level traders. And Binance offers hundreds of cryptocurrencies for global users, a powerful interface with real-time order books, and even charting tools for your technical analysis. Binance is reported to have advanced level security. They have been some of the biggest holders for Bitcoin, and throughout all these times, they are currently the largest exchange throughout the entire world. Now, to get started, you can create an account within minutes to buy, manage, and maintain your crypto portfolio. Use the link down below because Binance has provided you guys an offer where you can get up to $600 as a sign-up bonus, and all you need to do is sign up using my referral link down below. If you happen to be based out of the US, I also have a Binance.us link. That one will not qualify you for $600, but the global link will. Now, thank you to Binance for sponsoring today's market update. Thank you to you guys for watching us till the end. And if you guys didn't make it all the way to the end, don't forget to comment down below the secret code word monitor. And on top of that, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram if you haven't done so already. Thank you all so much again for watching. Have a great weekend, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.